Showtime, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shogun Zorra and thank you for tuning in. And yes, anime is beautiful. Anime can show us so many emotions, and example, anime can make us feel happy when we see something beautiful happening, make us feel angry when something bad is happening, or make us feel as disgusted something disgusting is happening. But of course, anime can also make us feel very emotional, make us very sad, in some cases also make us cry. So yeah, here are some animes I want to talk about that make me very emotional, make me cry. So yeah, probably there are more animes, but these are the animes that I could think of right now. So yeah, you can see here all the animes, because I'm going to talk about spoilers, so if you haven't watched the anime, so yeah. Also, I will also write down the time where you can skip to the next anime. So yeah, let's get started. The first anime I want to talk about is YuGiOh. YuGiOh personally is one of my favorite series of all time, favorite franchises of all time. I almost watched all YuGiOh series. YuGiOh Duel Monsters, YuGiOh 5Ds, Zexal, Arc 5, Reigns, and not the new season. I need to watch Jax and Jax, and for freaking sake also M7. But yeah, YuGiOh, I want to talk about YuGiOh Duel Monsters and YuGiOh 5Ds. But first, YuGiOh Duel Monsters. YuGiOh Duel Monsters was of course the first series of YuGiOh, and of course I want to talk about the last scene, the final episode of YuGiOh Duel Monsters, when Yugi and Yami fought against each other and Yugi win, and Yami had to leave the world so he can finally be at ease in the other world. So yes, the moment was really emotional, because the thing is that makes me always cry, makes me really sad no matter what, is farewells, because I know how it is to say farewell, and this makes me always sad. And see Yugi saying farewell to Yami, even though without Yami he would have not experienced so many adventures with him, new friends and everything. So yeah, after Yami finally can go, that was really emotional. You can see he would have almost gone through the door, but his friends of course kept him saying like, please don't go, and they were talking. And then the final scene came with the one of my favorite OST. Like, it's sort of like the normal Duel Monster OST, the English version, but that's sort of like a more epicness. So, and then Yami leaves, and then showing his thumbs up, and then you can see slowly he's going back to his pharaoh outfit, and you can see all his past friends, comrades that he left behind. And so how he walks is so I find it really, I was crying. I recently watched it about maybe 2-3 years ago again, and the scene made me really cry, because he said farewell after 220 episodes. Finally it's over, and then he says farewell. So yes, that's made me really cry, and with the OC it fits so well with his epic, and he's one of my favorite anime characters of all time. And personally, I think he is the coolest looking character in anime. So number 2, I want to talk about YuGiOh 5Ds. YuGiOh 5D is also the third YuGiOh series, and one of my second favorite YuGiOh series. And why it made me cry is, sometimes I cry when I really enjoyed this show very much and decided it's going to end. And I cried also because we see all the characters saying are leaving Domino City in the final episode, and leaving the final episode, and everybody said goodbye, and we didn't see the character each other again. Also, there's also some small clips of other characters we see from the 5D's team, like the future version, except Yusei. I don't know why they do this all the time in anime. They show everybody character, how they look in the future, except the main character. It triggers me, by the way, but I love seeing everybody go in their own way, and then they promise they will see each other in the future, but we don't know. I don't know why we never get an OVA or something special where we see the character in the future come back together and maybe for one last time. But yeah, it really made me emotional seeing everybody farewell. And with the last ending, the ending is by Plastic Tree, Future Colors. I love this ending. It's one of my favorite endings in anime. So yes, it really fits well, and we see like everybody goes their way. Oh my goodness, it makes me right now sort of sad now thinking about this. Yeah, but YuGiOh 5Ds made me really cry an episode. Now I want to talk about Assassination Classroom. Of course, Assassination Classroom, the final episode. of course, Assassination Class was a really remarkable anime, a really beautiful anime to watch, and I really personally loved it, but I sort of had a personal connection. Of course, the death of Kodo Sensei made me cry. Of course, everybody was surrounding Kodo Sensei, including Nadi, of course, everybody, also the two teachers, saw him dying, even though he was one of the best teachers and one of the most important person in each of the students' life, including Nagisa, our main protagonist. And it was really sad. Of course, his death made me really cry. But what makes me cry more, not only this scene, also after the scene with Nagisa and his friends are finishing school, so they finished school, so in the last ceremony, when they going to leave school, like Nagisa's parents came, and I was surprised because we know in the series the parents both split up and didn't have really good connection with each other. But the surprise, they came back, and because Nagisa of course asked why they both are here, and then the parents explained Kodo Sensei helped them and brought them together, and that made me cry much more because even though he died, he had so much impact in other people's life and so brought them here. And even though he died, he did a lot, still a lot, he's still doing a lot, and that makes me more cry because how much of an impact he had on the characters. It's made me so cry, and so my goodness. And also I felt like a personal connection because this was the last, of course it was a graduation, this is the word, graduation, everybody's leaving school, everybody's going their different ways, and it also reminded sort of me because I watched it in the final episode around the time when I finished school, like in Germany, like we called Realschule. It would be like middle school, I think, around middle school. I was 16 at the time, so yeah, I was leaving my friends all. It made me really emotional because I love my friends in school, also my class. I really love my class from the bottom of my heart, but of course my class, they don't really seem that way. They don't really, not everybody likes each other so much, but I loved them, I loved everybody, and I had amazing years with them, and it also made me cry. Made me cry also now thinking I'm leaving school. Also was also at the time where I was leaving Germany in general, also made me really cry. And the last opening, like Bye Bye Yesterday, one time I can't remember, one time I was in the bus station, I was listening to the song because the song's really good, and then I remembered like the episode also, like also leaving behind my friends and my school and Germany. I almost started crying in front of the bus station with multiple people, but I held it in. Thank goodness, it would be very embarrassing. So yeah, oh goodness gracious. Also, I want to talk about one of my favorite series, franchise in general, Dragon Ball. You can see here in the background, I love Dragon Ball. Even though I want to talk, Dragon Ball didn't really end because we have Dragon Ball Super, but one of my favorite, the anime that made me really sad is Dragon Ball GT. I know Dragon GT is not really liked by the community that much. It had problems, I do agree, but GT had probably the best ending that I could have imagined, even though better than Dragon Ball Z ending. I really like it, it makes sense, but Dragon Ball GT ending made me so emotional. The thing is, we see of course Goku is going away with the dragon and not giving up, but he goes away, so humanity has back again the chance to one day to receive the Dragon Ball again, and you can see everybody's parting their ways. Goku also is visiting Krillin and Master Roshi, and also like this emotional sort of nice. This scene was also nice because we see Master Roshi seeing his two students who did amazing in their life together one last time, and we get a 100-year time skip, and we see Pan with his grandchild and Goku Jr. versus Vegeta Jr. And that was like, of course, cute to see Goku and Vegeta, one of the biggest anime rival of all time, fighting again, sort of with their great grandchildren. Also, we see Goku became a legend, and Goku became recognized in this world. For me, it also triggers me a lot sometimes that Goku doesn't get recognized as a hero, even though he protects the planet, the universe, but Goku doesn't care about really recognition. Finally, Goku gets recognized for all his stuff that he has done, and that makes me really happy. And then one thing that really started to make me cry is Pan as an old person sees her grandfather like sort of in the a mass of the people, and then they sort of try to look for Goku, but Goku disappears, and then we see Goku being adult going through the street. Oh my god, just thinking about it make me almost cry. We can see Goku going through the streets, and we see all the stuff happens from Dragon Ball, the beginning of Dragon Ball when he met Bulma, and now to leading up to the end of Dragon Ball GT. It made me really emotional because all the stuff happening that throughout Dragon Ball happened, and I witnesses Goku growth from just being a kid to being adult, all the important moments, and that made me cry. And Goku saying bye bye, and we also see the last time where Goku goes to his friends and family and saying bye. Oh my god, this made me really emotional because I love Dragon Ball, and this scene was really good. And Dragon Ball. I love Dragon Ball from the bottom of my heart, and I love the ending. Was a perfect ending. I cannot imagine a better ending that Dragon Ball Super would do. I really can't. But yeah, this was Dragon Ball GT. So the last anime I want to talk about is Dusk Maine of Amnesia. Of course, the last episode, if you have not watched Dusk Maine of Amnesia, please, I beg you, please watch Dusk Maine of Amnesia. But yeah, Dusk Maine of Amnesia, the final episode was really emotional because, yes, we see our two protagonists. I forgot the name. Oh my god, Taichi and Yumiko. Yes, Taichi and Yumiko. Of course, they love each other, right? And Yumiko now suddenly after disappearing because of course she got all her memories back and all the mysteries got solved, and because she was suddenly trying to depart from Taichi in a bad manner, I would say, because she wants Taichi to forget her and move on because she can't stay here anymore on this world because everything got solved. But in the last scene, of course, when they're at the rooftop, they're talking about, no, we can't solve a mystery and stuff, we can't find a way to be together. Then suddenly, after the realization, this scene alone made me truly tear up because I thought this would be the end, but no, they take it a step further and then went to the place, to the room where they first met, and they played one of the best OST, Requiem. This was one of my favorite OST. I put it in my second or third favorite OST in my top 10 anime OST of all time. You should check it out. And this scene makes everything 10 times better, emotional. And this scene, of course, we see Yumiko suddenly disappearing, and you cannot really hold to Taichi anymore. And then, of course, the scene where they were writing on the book, because she can't speak anymore because her voice disappeared, and they write on the book like trying to communicate, and suddenly slowly disappears. And the final scene, they kiss. Oh my goodness! And Yumiko said, "Please forgive. Please don't. Please forget me. Please move on. Please move on. Yes. Please move on. Find another lover. Be happy in life, and please forget me." And then he said, I promise. I will forget you and find someone else. Move on. Find another lover. And this scene made me so emotional. Not because, of course, it's a farewell, but in general, the setting was perfect. The mood was perfect. The music was perfect. So it made me so emotional and made me cry. I've watched this scene probably 4 times. Twice I cried, and one time I really teared up. Oh my goodness, yeah. So that's it. This was my moments in anime that made me really emotional. There probably are other moments also, but I cannot think of them right now, so I want to limit it to 5. So yes, the video is longer than I thought. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, please punch the like button. Also write down in the comment section below which anime made you cry, or specific moments. Please also write down in the comment section below. Please also follow me on my social media at Shogun Zorra. I hope you have a lovely day. Stay tuned for more videos. Let your life shine bright. And don't forget, punch the like button, and peace.